The other day while I was binge watching some old ARMS videos, I remembered how exciting Helix's reveal trailer was. ARMS still was this crazy new concept from which we barely knew anything. And one day out of nowhere, we were simply introduced to Helix. I think I speak for most people when I say that it's quite disappointing how Nintendo didn't bother fleshing out these characters. Going back to Helix, I think I've uncovered something that will forever change the way you look at him. With this out of the way, let's jump straight into today's video. Let's start with what we know about Helix. We know that he was created by Dr. Coyle and the ARMS laboratories to participate in the ARMS Grand Prix. His arms are shaped like a DNA molecule. He is considered a second generation fighter and has a crush on Twintel. Now, how would you react if I told you that Helix is related to Max Brass? Yes, you heard that right. These two guys are related, and Dr. Coyle doesn't want you to know. While playing the ARMS Grand Prix as Mechanica, Biff will point out that Helix is a living blob of DNA. This is huge because it finally reveals what Helix is made of, and opens the door for speculation. I believe that Dr. Coyle experimented with Max Brass and used his DNA to create Helix. I also know that this might be hard to believe for some, but thankfully, I was able to find evidence to support this theory. Our first piece of evidence, and arguably the most important one, comes from Dr. Coyle's Grand Prix ending card. Let's take a look, shall we?
Thank you, my little guinea pig.
Thank you, my little guinea pig. Guinea pig?
Yes, you heard that right. Dr. Coyle is referring to Max Brass as a guinea pig. The term guinea pig isn't just the name of an animal, but also a term used to refer to test subjects. And knowing the type of person Dr. Coyle is, it's not hard to imagine her using Max Brass as a test subject. Also, did you notice what's on Dr. Coyle's table? It's a DNA molecule and some mouths. It appears that around this same time, Dr. Coyle was already on her way to creating Helix. Very interesting. You might be wondering, why would Dr. Coyle use Max Brass's DNA to create Helix? Well, if Dr. Coyle wanted to create the ultimate fighter, then it makes sense for her to use the DNA of a very talented fighter. The game implies that Max Brass is that type of fighter and that he dominates the ARMS League. Victory! Another thing I found interesting is the fact that both Max Brass and Helix fought each other in a party crash event. And the name of said event was Royal Jelly. I think the name of this event could have a deeper meaning. I personally interpret royal jelly as the genetic material of a great fighter. In the context of this theory, it could be referring to Max Brass's DNA. It's also possible that Dr. Coyle used Max Brass's DNA to reverse engineer the ARMS ability and give herself extendable arms. But that's a topic for another day. Well, this concludes today's video. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you thought about this theory. If you are interested in ARMS lore, please consider subscribing to the channel. Take care and I'll see you next time.